We got you.
You may have heard of intersectionality, but are wondering what it looks like to practice a feminist politics that includes all kinds of women.
How does wealth inequality intersect with feminism?
What if you're an immigrant or the child of immigrants, and you have all this cultural pressure to meet your parents' expectations while feeling like you just don't fit in anywhere you go?
How do you crush girlhood in the face of racism?
How do you figure out the kind of physical and emotional intimacy you want to have with others while exploring your sexuality?
No worries. We keep it real about classism, code switching, white supremacy, and homophobia in Fight the Power, and then wrap it up with some final thoughts about how you can use your feminism to make a difference in the world.
We got you, lil' sis. Given all the noise, it can be hard to figure out who you even are and what things you care about.
Feminism can help you clear out some of the clutter and figure out what things matter to you.
We've been there, and we have some tips to help you crush girlhood feminist style. We love feminism.
And we believe it offers you a world of possibilities when it comes to what's important to you.
And what's good for you.
A few key concepts. Before we go any further, there are a few concepts we need to go over, because they will come up quite frequently throughout the book.
Oppression. Oppression is a strong word, and we know it. But when folks with power and privilege, usually straight people, white folks, men, cisgender people, the rich, the first world, and the able-bodied use their power to keep anybody who is not like them from winning, that is a system of oppression. By winning, we mean that they hoard access to good jobs, great schools, and safe neighborhoods, and create a world where those things are difficult to obtain if you aren't white or rich. It is important to remember that we aren't talking about anyone being an individual oppressor. We are talking about how the world is set up to work for people who fit into certain categories and to disadvantage those who don't.
Socialization. Gender is a social construct. It's not something that just happens naturally. From the time your parents throw a gender reveal party, it's really a genital reveal because you haven't even gotten here yet, and you haven't even chosen your gender yet, or the moment they start painting the nursery in pink for girls and blue for boys, a gender story is being created that you are supposed to map onto your body. For a lot of people, the gender story mostly works, but for some people, the gender story doesn't work at all. They know it because something feels wrong, not with them, but with what other people are telling them about who they are. For instance, we are told that girls are naturally more emotional than boys. If you have ever hung out with babies, you know that boy babies, or rather babies that we think will grow up to be boys, have plenty of emotions. Emotions and feelings are not determined by genitals. In fact, not much is determined by genitals. Mostly your genitalia tells us something about how your body might reproduce and how it might experience sexual pleasure. But those things don't tell us very much at all about what your gender should be, or who you might someday like, or fall in love with, or have sex with. When you fall in line with what is prescribed for your gender, you get rewarded. But what if you just can't make yourself do the things the script tells you to? What if you're a boy who plays dress-up, or you're a girl who prefers to play football? What if you can tell that your parents or grandparents or aunts and uncles and cousins are embarrassed by the things you feel comfortable doing? What if the kids in your class call you weird and avoid you, and the adults in your life start apologizing for your behavior? This is how the gender socialization train starts. You are given models to follow, and when you don't, other kids and adults communicate that you're doing it wrong. What's natural is you picking the toy you want to play with. What's social is everything everyone has to say about it. And what's completely messed up is the way you get treated when you do something outside the norm. You experience the world like this enough before age 5, and before long, you'll be following gender scripts and thinking this is just how things are supposed to be. But feminism says, F